Faith is action with expectation. These four men took action, and their action was rewarded handsomely. Here's a story that will encourage you. Four men who were suffering from a dreaded skin disease were outside of the gates of Samaria. And they said one to another, "Why should we wait here until we die? It's no use going into the city because we will starve to death in there. But if we stay here, we'll die also. So let's go into the Syrian camp. The worst they can do is kill us, but maybe they will spare our lives." So as it began to get dark, they went to the Syrian camp. But when they reached it, no one was there. The Lord had made the Syrians hear what sounded like the advance of a large army with horses and chariots, and the Syrians thought that the king of Israel had hired Hittite and Egyptian kings and their armies to attack them. So that evening the Syrians fled for their lives, abandoning their tents, their horses, their donkeys, and leaving the camp just as it was. When the four men reached the edge of the camp, they went into a tent. They ate and drank whatever was there. They grabbed the silver, they grabbed the gold, they grabbed the clothing, and they went off and hid them. Then they returned, entered another tent, and did the same thing. But then they said, "We shouldn't be doing this. We have good news, and we shouldn't keep it to ourselves. Let's go right now and tell the king's officers." So they left the Syrian camp, went back to Samaria, and called out to the guards at the gates. They said, "We went to the Syrian camp, and we didn't see or hear anybody. The horses and the donkeys have not been untied, and the tents are just as the Syrians left them." The people of Samaria rushed out and looted the camp of the Syrians. I want to talk about the power of action. In life, action creates progress and change, while inaction robs us of potential and opportunity. The danger of inaction lies not only in the lost opportunities, but our dreams slowly die. When we choose inaction, we surrender to the comfort of familiarity, often at the cost of growth and going forward. Each moment of hesitation, each decision that we put off is a step taken away from our bright possibilities. The world moves forward, ignoring our reluctance, and we fall short of what could have been. In personal development, not acting fosters stagnation. That's where doubts and fears take root, growing, blocking our progress. We may dream, but without the actions to chase those dreams, they just fade away into the background of our lives. Did you hear the question that one leper asked? "Why sit we here till we die?" All of us should think of all of the things that we know we should be doing and begin doing them. Inaction also impacts our mental and emotional well-being. The regrets of what we did not do, the opportunities we let slip by, that can weigh heavily on our conscience. We wonder, what if? Time waits for no one, and every moment wasted is lost. To overcome inaction, we must cultivate a mindset of proactive engagement. We have to think like that leper. We must embrace the discomfort of what we don't know, because that's how we begin to grow. They only knew two things for sure. One, if they went into the city, they would die. If they stayed where they were, they would die. But if they went into the enemy's camp, maybe they would take them prisoners and feed them. I remember John Osteen saying, "Do something, lest you do nothing. In all labor there's profit, and faith without works is dead." We must take small steps toward our goals, because progress is often a little at a time. When facing hard times, we must be strong, and in the face of uncertainty, we need to let the Spirit lead the way. The solution to inaction is action. It can be something small. Martin Luther King said, "If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving." It's the courage to begin, the persistence to continue, and the wisdom to understand that every effort counts. By choosing action, we not only change our own lives, but we will change the lives of others. Those three lepers changed the lives of others when they told the city of their exploits. But what can we learn from this story? We can learn to think creatively. They were just sitting when one of them said, "Why do we just keep sitting here?" We need to think about what we could be doing. We must think creatively, allowing God to help us through His Spirit. I see God giving you witty ideas. Next, we must execute. We must face our fears and execute. It's when the lepers began walking towards the enemy's camp that they gave God the sound of their feet to work with. And God multiplied the sound of them walking to create fear in the hearts of the army of the enemy. God will magnify your small efforts into bigger things. So get moving. And finally, here's the big one. Make sure you're aware that when God blesses you, He's trying to bless others as well. You are blessed to be a blessing. So don't forget to be a blessing when God blesses you. If this message has helped you, please like, subscribe, and share. Remember, it's a sin when you don't win.